What's going on YouTube? DarkWorldMOFO here with a match between my Dark Worlds and Constellars. So I just recorded this match and I decided it was a good match, so I decided to record it and do a commentary over it. So you guys can see that I'm playing the Creator Turbo build. It's a little bit different from Absence of Lights. I made a few changes to my liking, and it's been playing really well. I've been playing pretty much all night. Got off of work and decided to play some DN and try to get some good games. And I'll admit that I've been playing some really terrible people on DN, and it's not very fun. I'm trying to find a good match for you guys, and it just wasn't really happening until I started playing this guy. He was playing Constellars, like I said, and I actually met him at the Akron Regionals, and as you guys saw, he asked to borrow my gear Giggins, and for some reason I said, can't do it, you know, and I guess he wasn't too happy about that, but no hard feelings. But anyway, so he starts off. I drop the maxi, which is nice, and then I also have the trag. So I have a fairly good hand. The trooper is not going to do too much, but the dealings with the graph is going to be really nice. So I'm in a good position, and I'm not too worried about it. He decides not to overlay because he didn't want to give me a +1, but I think that if he did overlay, it would have put him in a little bit of a better situation instead of me kind of just getting over his entire field and leaving him with just a few cards in hand. So I pop a bottomless, which is perfect. So I'm like, all right, I could do a really cool play where I could have copied Trag level 3, gone into Levier, summoned a Brower, the Trooper, doesn't matter, and then got my Snow back into my hand, and then summoned the Grapha. But I decided to keep my Trance. I mean, not my Trance. I'm sorry, to keep my Trag, just in case, like, he summons maybe something, but he doesn't have too much. And so I decided to side. I'm like, what should I side? I decided to side 3 MSTs, 2 skill drains, and 2 Raikos, and 2 decrees as well. I was very skeptical about deciding decree at first, but I was like, you know what, it could be really well. It could do really well against him, because I know Constellars do play safe zones. I know they do play probably like macro and skilled soul drain and kind of stuff like that, just to side against stuff. Constellars do play a lot of traps because they're a very controlled deck. So he opens very nicely, and I open not too bad. So I decided to set Skill Drain, Decree, and MST and the Raiko, and then on the end phase, he returns his 10 key. So I said, okay, that's sure. It's not that's sure. That's fine. Sorry about that. And then so he activates 10 key again, grabs a bear. I'm like, okay, now I'm in a little bit of a tough position. So he summons the bear, and I automatically MST the 10 key to see if he's going to use his, is that Pallades? I don't remember what it's called. But he decides to let it go, and I'm like, alright, well now I'm in a little bit of a tough situation. So then he goes, that effect to pop my set monster back so he can get his bear effect off. So I'm like, alright, I'm going to let that go. I'm going to activate Skill Drain so you don't get your bear. And then next turn, if I really need to set my Raiko again when he attacks, I can activate my Decree so that he runs into my Raiko and I can pop one of his monsters. So he activates, or he doesn't, he overlays into M7, and I'm like, alright, that's fine with me. I still have a Seal Drain up, so I'm looking alright. Then he summons, I don't remember, I really don't remember all these Constellars' names, but anyway, he attacks with M7, and I activate Decree. Flip the Raiko, forcing myself to pop the bear. I mill a Snow next turn, which sucked. I would have loved to have that Snow in hand for next turn. But you know what happens, and then he attacks for 16, so I'm really low on life. He's up an advantage. Well, I mean, I'll be even with him. Or no, I won't, because there he does that too. So now, yeah, he has a +1 even when it's my turn, and he has 3 back row. But I do have a decrease face up. So then I activated dealings, and I draw into a Snow. I'm like, wow, that's perfect. And then so I search for a graph, obviously, because I have to pop. I was really hoping to draw into a Dark World monster after I pop one of his monsters. I draw into another graph, so I'm like, alright, this gives me another chance of hope. He activates Safe Zone for getting that decrease face up on the field, which is fine. I do that all the time, I'll admit it. And I pop his M7, activate the other gates, blah blah blah, do what Dark Worlds do. And I draw into Creator, and I'm like, fuck. This is why this card isn't always as good as you want it to be. It's an amazing late game. It's an amazing top deck late game when your graveyard is full of dark monsters, but it's not perfect when you don't need it. But anyway, we're going into game 3. I'm feeling confident. Going first is always nice against Constellar. I can kind of set myself up, and if I can kind of just have an out or two to one of their plays, then I'm gonna do all right. And then so I open up fair semi par, I guess. Draw into a decree, and I'm like, do I want to set up a dad play? And I'm like, you know what, I have to. I don't really want to risk it waiting a turn, just setting the decree and passing. I want to, pitch that, draw with the brow, and of course I draw another base, so I'm like, fuck, this sucks. But in my head I was like, at least I have a decree, and I will have a possible dad play if he destroys my Trance Archfiend. So he activates 10 key, grabbing his Kaus, which is always a good play for Constellar players. And then right at this moment I was like, damn, Mirror Force would be perfect right now. That's why people really don't expect it in Dark Worlds. They really, really don't. And then he goes into his bounce back guy, sets 2, and I'm like, alright, he activates macro, and so like I'm gonna do decree, force him to use his Pallades, and bounce my decree back, and I'm like, alright, now I have a chance to get a dad play going in, and I summon the dad, and the dad was successful. I'm like, holy shit, dude, that was fucking awesome, guys. Thumbs up for that right there. That was a nice little play. I had the out to his plays, and I was really surprised, so I popped with dad. Video's coming to an end very shortly, guys. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, as always. I'm gonna have some awesome videos for you guys coming up, I promise. If you guys want to see more commentaries, just comment down below. I'm trying to get good matches on DN for you guys until I can make it to locals, which is Saturday. But, for now I have to deal with the DN people and try to find some good matches. And I think I got a good match here, and if you guys enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. It only takes 2 seconds, and it really helps me out. Thank you guys for watching. It pretty much comes to an end here. He doesn't have too much to do, except I know he does have a Sombre, and I was really confused about the play he made. I feel like the bounce back guy right here would be a good play. Bounce back the dad, or bounce back the dad, attack over the base. He knows I have a decree set. I guess he was scared about what was in my hand, and then right here I pretty much sack him, activate trade and pitch the creator, draw a MSG and a graph. I'm like, holy shit, that was another rib. That's what Dark Worlds do, guys. Thank you so much for watching. DarkWorldMOFO out. Peace.